Ladies and gentlemen, introducing Mark Pires, Renaissance Man.
Okay, people, gather around. The Mark Pires Renaissance Man show. Is he still alive? Wait, hold on. I'm not done. Trying to get to the bottom of this. Number 2. Is he still alive?
He is Dr. Evil.
Why is he still alive, and why did you answer when I was asking number 2? I'm trying to get to the bottom of this. Number 2!
A plan is in the works, Dr. Evil.
This is wonderful news, number 2. Over 1,000 days in a row, we've managed to keep the world from knowing he exists.
Dr. Evil, he's still going and doesn't care.
Well, we need to find another way to stop the show. He's making me look bad, you know? Yeah, no. Perhaps we can make him look like racist or something?
That may work, Dr. Evil.
Perhaps we can get the media to cancel him?
This is your best idea yet, Dr. Evil.
Okay, number 2. Get me Dr. Facce.
Dr. Evil. Dr. Facce is on the evil monitor.
Thank you, number 2. Dr. Facce.
Dr. Evil. It's Dr. Facce.
Well, Dr. Facce. It looks like the gig is up. The Renaissance Man show knows all about you.
Yeah, look, they created a character after me. We gotta squash him like the friggin' mouse that he is. He calls me a weasel, Fauci. I'm not a weasel, okay? I'm not a doctor. I'm Dr. Facce, okay? Don't call me Dr. Weasel Fauci, okay? Because that's anecdotal.
Anecdotal Fauci. That's what they're always making fun of you about. That you're always anecdotal.
No, I know. It's like I said, that everything's anecdotal.
Excellent. Dr. Facce, initiate the final plan.
They never even asked you. Welcome, family and friends, to the Mark Pires Renaissance Man Show. We are live every single day of the year for unscripted live comedy, songwriting in the moment, and total inspiration. So join us on a tour of some of the accomplishments and content created in the first 1,000 days and counting of Renaissance Man. So far in 2021, 12 albums and 156 songs have been released into the world. But we're not even close to done yet, fam. My plan is to put an album out every month for the rest of my days, as well as show up for you every single night. I've created 3 feature films this year: Batmark vs. Supermark, Three's Company the Breakup Artist, and A Christmas Story. Within these comedies, many original characters have surfaced. You know, we have Batmark, Dick Facce, which he doesn't look like this really, but that's Facce. And then, of course, Supermark, who's pretty freaking super if you ask me. Just saying. Hammerlin Jamison's a bit of a drunkard, and he tried to get the role of Supermark. It didn't go well. He does all right at a side gig of, newscaster situation. But you can see in that top photo, he's not doing too well these days. Anyway. Dr. Wayne Doppler, tallest man alive, 8'9", Guinness, and he's also in the Batmark and Supermark movie. And Dr. Weasel Fauci, if you don't know who he is, wear 5,647 masks, especially if you're going to Mars. Stuck on Mars. I will be making a movie out of that. Sid 45, make sure you don't get rupees. Sid has rupees literally pouring out of his igloo. Francesco Vigilughi, look, if you ever need a cartographer, there's just one guy. The Curious Case of Ben Affleck Head. It's about a guy with a head so large, he could literally change the poles. Oh, Dystopia 2021. If you missed that, that's the world we're living in today. If you haven't seen it, I did a couple episodes on it. BB Poo Poo. Don't forget we did 3 cryptos this year. BB Poo Poo, Pee Pee Poo Poo, and of course, Shibbity Bibbity Boo. But it almost was wrecked because of the original Shick Shiggity Boo Boo. Well, look, people are still on the fence, Things were pretty bad for BB Poo Poo at the beginning. And of course, we have many episodes of Spider-Mark, Peter Marker. If you didn't know, check it out. Mark Pires of the Caribbean. That was a hilarious movie. And then if you can't dance, you just, watch this episode. There's 2 of them. Really good stuff. And did you watch Match Game? I did it. And Pressure Luck in it. We did a little Pressure Luck style too, Peter DeMarkin. And if you didn't see Waterworld 2027, I'm the last one left because of the bugaboo. We did many other homages to movies and TV shows and Facce Mulder. Sonny, you still got the cough? There are over 100 insane scenes with Dick Facce. And then of course I saved the world, saved all the animals and stuff too. Zucker Chooch, Donald Trump Show, make sure you check that out. And we did a couple of raps over the last year. You may not want to miss those. Trump, Biden, and Christopher Walken rapping? Yeah. Back to the Future, Mark. Guys, the next movie that's coming out, Back to the Future, Mark. You may not remember some of the characters that I was in the past, so let's just go over it in real time. Marxist, I did it. 10 Commandments. Mark Stradamus, telling the future, of course. Oh, and the artwork I created as Leonardo da Vinci. The Mona Lisa, when I got that freaking red, like murdering a family. That was what O.J. Simpson of the 1600s. Hey, Michelangelo, after you finish that, sculpture, you think you could paint the ceiling? Got it. Circumnavigating the globe is Mark Jellin. Markola Tesla? If I didn't do my time here as Markola, you guys would have nothing when it comes to electricity. I still can't believe it. I'm sitting there, I'm writing the fur release, right? I'm in the middle of it. And they're scratching it out and they're writing freaking that hack Beethoven's name on it, right? Don't even get me started on what they did when I was Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart. Doing the fifth and taking all that work. And then, like modern days, when I'm doing Mark and M, doing an 8 Mile situation. Mark and M's the man now, but I paved the way is the Marktorius B.I.G. as well. When I was Mark Claude Van Damme, I remember that one. Oh, Mark Schwarzenegger? You didn't know I was Mark Schwarzenegger? Yeah, that was funny when I worked next to DeVito. The Emancipation Marklamation of 1863. I did my time as Abraham Mark Lincoln. You guys didn't know I was Abraham Mark? You guys are all Mark Della. That's why this is all part of the Mark Della effect. Everybody's like, Mandela, man. No, it's Mark Della. Get with it. And then the time I was Mark Guyver, remember, you give me a friggin' toothpick and some tooth floss and we're off. I'm building a bomb. So that's just a good overview of a lot of the shows, not all of them. We have tons of new gear up on the website, guys, markpires.com. In there you can pick up your gear, you can pick up a signed CD, and also don't forget about beatseat.rocks, my invention that I patented. This is her sitting on it. And this is a little demo I made. Welcome to BeatSeat.rocks. My name is Mark Pires, and I'm the inventor of the Beat Seat. Today I'm going to share all of the details of the Beat Seat. It's the ultimate percussion drum. You can play it with your hands and feet while sitting completely upright. It's got 4 playable panels, omnitone. Everywhere you hit it sounds different. It's the first drum you could sit completely upright and play with your hands and feet at the same time. It's the Beat Seat. It's the only drum that you can play with your hands and feet while sitting completely upright. Anything you'd play in a drum kit, you could play on this, because you're playing with your entire body, but you're sitting upright. Your feet do this. So that's the Beat Seat, the ultimate percussion drum. You can play it with your hands, with your feet at the same time. It has unlimited tones. There's so much to explore. I hope to build one for you. Have a great day. Thank you for watching. And of course, fam, I can't leave you without a little bit of motivation. So take these quotes with you as we get ready to rock for one more night. And yes, we will be doing it again tomorrow. So, until I see you in just a moment, it's Mark Pires. And it's Renaissance Man.
when the wind stops blowing, I'm going to find a way. Some night when the world stops hating, we're going to find a way.
Tickets are available at the box office. Thanks for helping us keep the theater clean. As you exit the auditorium, please deposit litter in trash receptacles in the lobby. Please be considerate and don't talk during the show.
Thank you for coming to Lowe's. Sit back and relax. Enjoy the show.
It's Sunday. It's Mark Pires. I was walking, and it's Renaissance Man. I'm here to ease my mind and help my living. It's Renaissance Man. It's the daily variety show Mark Pires Renaissance Man. I'm here to connect with you, to amplify your current state, and I'm here with you on day 1091 in a row of the Renaissance Man Show, and we're gonna get into it just like we always do. What's the nose, Dabrowski? I appreciate you coming back night after Christmas, do a show again. I get it. You want to be home with the fam. I brought you here Christmas night. You wanted to be, look, I'm going to take the night off, Mark. No, I'm sorry. You are locked and loaded every night of the year as well, Zabrosk. You can't make your own schedule once you sign contract, Renaissance Man style. No, Joanne, I get it. You were cool because you can't leave, so you're celebrating Christmas here regardless, you know? But Zabrosk, he's there. He's making, like, demands. Look, we need a woohoo and all, but I'm not interested in sacrificing the show's integrity, you know what I mean, by losing a woohoo / Zabroski style, you know? So he could take that night off, spend the time with his wife, you know, doing his thing. Oh, we're going out to have champagne on the town. You doing it? No, that's okay, Zabrosk. You could do that if you want to hang out and be nice. You get an attitude, show yourself out. Yeah, at that point you could talk to him, Joanne. She's not allowed to speak to Zabrosk, but I said if he's going to be that way, if he's going to be, you know, like jerky, she could talk to him all she wants on the way out there.
Oh, hi, Zabroski. How are you? Merry Christmas.
So George Soros over there. I'm dealing with it, you know. People said, what did you get for Christmas, Mark? Well, I still have a Joanne, and I got a woohoo from Zabrosk. He shared one of his yoo-hoos with me. That was very nice. Because he's usually kind of a hoarder. You know, he takes the six-pack of yoo-hoos. I walked by his car one day. It's like, holy Zabroski. In the back seat of the freaking car, yoo-hoos everywhere. He's collecting yoo-hoos, I think. Are you like a sponsor for them now? Like, do they pay you? Oh, they do. They pay him. So we give him yoo-hoo, and then he also gets paid by yoo-hoo, and he gets a supply from them. You're like really into yoo-hoo, huh? Whatever, buddy, you know? Anyway, guys, I hope you had a great Christmas. I hope you had a great holiday, whatever you celebrate. You know, this is an interesting time of year when we wrap up one year and we move into a next. And I think I'm kind of excited because this year is just been kind of the twilight zone of all years. And we talk about that a lot lately, that nothing makes sense in 2021. And one of my songs we're going to play tonight is Nothing Makes Sense in 2021. And I think it's important to kind of review what you've accomplished in a year that's almost hard to see yourself feeling good about. Zabros, can you give me a woohoo? I need to feel good. Woohoo! You got a woohoo? I got a woohoo. Woohoo in it. No, Joanne, the wheezing. Please, I'm done with you, Wheezy McGee. She's back there doing a wheezy situation, and I'm just trying to get into it. I want to say hi to each and every one of the family members that started the show here with us. Trish Killian, Porcelain, my brother, Pamela Swan, Kathleen Danford, and Sydney. I hope you guys all had a chance to see my third feature film of the year, the Christmas movie that just premiered. And then I played it on loop. I think it ran through like 5 or 6 times during Christmas. So it's kind of exciting to have 3 under my belt. But today I was editing the BB Poo Poo movie, which is pretty long right now, and I still have to record an intro, which we may do tonight. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with it yet. I think I need a Hammerlin Jamison intro, but we'll see. I'm not sure if we're going to do that yet. I have to see what I wore. I think I have to wear the similar outfit for that bit. Anyhow, so listen, this is where we are. Actually, no, I don't. We could do it tonight. We're going to do it tonight. I just realized this could be a scene before it all starts. This is going to be a discussion. What's interesting about this, I have 2 concepts here. The BB Poo Poo movie is just me making fun of a bunch of phone calls, pretend phone calls to people, yelling at people about BB Poo Poo and conning them out of hundreds of thousands of dollars over a fake crypto. And it's just started randomly because I said the random words BB Poo Poo, and all of a sudden we were off. 2.5 hours of content essentially is what I'm working with right now. BB Poo Poo turned into Pee Pee Poo Poo, turned into Shibbity Bibbity Boo, and Shibbity Bibbity Boo was great. All those were good, but we started with Shiggity Boo Boo, and that one down real quick. So that we could let people, So we've got so much content for BB Poo Poo. I'm trying to edit it down. We did Hammerlin Jamison intro in like midpoint, and then the end piece. But I think I need to have like a real intro that describes that this is, because I almost want to explain how it became. This is just like everything else in this show. The moment brought us to some random word that came out of my mouth. And if I allowed the entire bit to play, which I may play for you guys tonight, if I allow the entire bit to play, then you'll see that it just kind of develops, because it started with me telling you guys that now it's pretty cool. If you want to, you could donate crypto to the show. And that's where the whole thing started. And so I'm in my mind, I'm thinking, okay, this could be up to like 2 hours, 45 minutes if I go back to the original piece, which is where it starts there. Lately, what I've been doing is I cut all of it out at that intro, and I go right from a point where I'm like, you don't want to tell people about it. Don't tell people about it. Keep the BB Poo Poo to yourself. And from there, about 2 seconds, maybe a minute later, I'm making my first phone call. And even with that, we're at 2 hours and 15 minutes. So I'm like, I haven't done a movie that's, more than an hour and 55. That was, Three's Company. Other ones were an hour 37 exactly, both of them exactly, I think, just about. And this one would be an epic. But then I'm one-upping that. So today, on top of that, I had the other thought. I wanted to, and this is something we discussed late last night. I'm taking the entire 35 episodes of the Trumper show that I did last year, and I'm making a movie out of that. It's going to be the DJT show, the movie. I'm thinking I need help with the title, because it's got to be something that explains the truth about 2018 or 2020. The rise and fall of the Trumper, the movie, something, I don't know, but it's got to have a really cool title, because this is 35 episodes of truth, satire, face swaps, and everything is covered. And if you guys missed those, there's some silliness. We may play a few of those tonight. This is a year in review, so we're going to play a bunch of random things from all over the entire year, starting from Jan 1. And we also released 12 albums so far this year. That's 156 songs. So I plan on playing a few songs for you tonight from that 156. I usually play you the stuff I just released, but we're going to pick randoms tonight, just to show you the stuff that we've played. And it's developed from a singer-songwriter acoustic thing into this. My jazz guitar broke after we were shooting Batmark. I literally hit it over with my cape. It breaks. My neck snaps on my Gibson guitar. And that's the first time I pulled this out. I bought it years ago from somebody when I bought my Martin. Two guitars, same time I was on the road. Some guy I just needed to sell. And I was like, I love both these guitars. I love the neck. And so I took it out for the first time. In fact, when I bought it, I was like, this thing needs to be set up, because the strings are all like Like I'd try to play a chord and you didn't even hear anything. It would just be like crunching against stuff. And I was like, there's something wrong with this guitar. But I basically was getting like such a good deal. I was like, I'll take it. Plus I like the neck. I'll even hang it on the wall. I did that for years. You got this in like 2004. And so I pulled it out, I guess, in March. And since then we've gone into this whole blues, jazz, blues thing. Well, the jazz was from the other guitar, but this has been some blues funk thing with this guitar. And when you have a dirt to a guitar for the first time, I never had a dirt before. It inspires, every second inspires me to go different note. I don't know what I'm playing, but I just love this guitar. And this is what started, I guess, in March, mid-March. And so now we're on to a whole different thing where if you go month by month and listen album by album, you're going to hear a development of how what the sound, progresses into something better each month. And eventually we get to these short songs these last couple months. We get to these short songs, these last 3 or 4 albums that we've released. Why is my camera doing some weird slow motion thing? So, needless to say, I enjoy playing that guitar. See, they're dropping a bunch of my frames. Thank you, YouTube. Bang, biggity, boo. You know, they like to do it. Oh, goodness. How's everybody doing out there? It is day 1091 in a row. Wow, guys, you come down Christmas Day after. Have a good time. Most went out to stores, maybe online. Does anybody go out to stores anymore with the Civid situation going on? You know, I'm not into it. I'm just like, I'll just chill and do my ordering on stupid Amazon or something, you know? Like, what are you thinking? I'm not doing it. I'm thinking I should shut my camera off and turn it back on because I'm getting a slowdown effect. I don't like the slowdown effect. No, Joanne, it is probably your wheezing. She said, do you think it's my wheezing? Yeah, I'm fine, Joanne. I got enough coffee here. You know, I know you can't leave the room to refill my coffee anyway, so why do you ask? Just file away. Here's a Broski file. She's doing it, you know. Anyway, what I'm thinking, fam and friends, is let's play something here. We are in the middle of a crisis on this planet. The crisis is the stupidity, I guess, that is being witnessed on a daily from the entirety of the world. That I don't even understand it anymore. But I do. I understand it completely. But I fear for all of our futures, and that's why, you know, I show up here every day since 2018, and I'll continue to show up here into 2022 with you guys. Hopefully we can figure out how to tackle this crazy world we're living in. You know, just remember, we have to respect each other's differences. If you saw the movie, the Christmas movie, that was a great part at the end after I interviewed Wayne Doppler. Is this at 2021, you know, it should be a respectful, you know, conversation with each other to have, you know, your differences obviously are there, but you shouldn't hate each other over it. And people shouldn't get right to that. You know, it's weird how and I think the issue is when people speak about things they're not fully, you know, I would say licensed to speak about. Most people don't know what the hell they're talking about. They caught some sort of information. Even me, I catch something. I'm like, well, I'm not going to do something because I saw that thing. You know, I don't know how much of it's true, guys. I think we are living in a world of misinformation. We're not living anything that is basically truth. Like I could tell you the perception I have is programs that live in the moment are really kind of shaded because that is something that can't be controlled. So what I think there is a specific filter for things they know, and things they know will promote a certain message, and things that are risky, they'll leave in a different folder. And the risky stuff, it's hard to get to it. If you find it, I think you're lucky. I think you're lucky to find things that are kind of shaded. And, you know, I think they grow because of people who find them. And that's the only way they grow. And then that group gets strong. They become families. It's crazy, but like you see the programs that do develop, and all of a sudden people know each other in the chat, and they're welcoming each other into the family. I don't know how much positivity is in all those chats. To be honest, I think there's a lot of people like ripping on each other, trying to bring each other down in some weird way. But at the end of it, it's their way of trying to be entertained. I try to put on a show where you're entertained by what's going on the screen, and you can just kind of feel the positivity and share it within the chat. And that's what we try to do here. But at the end of the day, I think they do a very good job of keeping positive messages or things that are shying away from the message they want you to hear. You know, I didn't realize when the internet was created, I had written this quote, and maybe this is part of my other, you know, prophecy, but I said, you know, internet will be the greatest invention ever, but also the most destructive and the worst invention ever. And I was thinking about how it would bring in all forms of dangerous possibilities to everyday life. But I also didn't realize the other side of the coin, that they would at some point, and maybe it's always been this way, but they would control what you see. They would control what you're able to see and find. And they wouldn't let you see things to make decisions on your own anymore. I don't even want to say you should let that be seen so people can. I'm just saying in general, nothing should ever be kept from the people. Allow everybody to see things, allow everything to be promoted and everything to be out there, and let people decide what they like and what they don't like. But as soon as they started to control the information that you see and the messages that you see, that is where all of a sudden we've run into a societal issue. And you can't continue on further as a society if you only see the message of the propaganda and nothing else. And the people that are just trying to be critical or have a voice, you keep those voices muted. That is actually where rebellions start. People start to get frustrated and they start to really go out and grassroots it. And you know what happens when you grassroots something and it becomes massive when they don't want it to be big? We go to war. We're already there. But we don't have voices. We don't have voices standing up for us, for the people who want to speak. I don't even care if your political agenda is completely the opposite of mine. It should frighten the hell out of you that they control what you see and that they don't allow you to see everything. You should want to be able to see it all and decide, just like you used to when you were 12 years old sitting in front of a TV and you decide to flip through. Oh, I can't flip through anymore. I only get to see another commercial about getting a bugaboo. Like, okay, I get it. You want people to do it. You need people to do it. I get it. When I see what's going on out there and everybody's getting this thing that's out there, I'm like, what the frig are you not talking about other things for? I'm frightened still about the fact that they say, well, if you get it, just go and hide in a room. And if you don't feel good, eventually we'll put you on a vent. Like, what? We don't take anything? I don't get it. We know some things work, but they don't let you even use them. Like, India, Pashtar. I think it's Pashtar, India. 256 million people started to use that thing that starts with an I, and the last part rhymes with pectin. Like that when you put pectin in a drink, and that. They'd use those things and it's shown effect, in those countries. In that country specifically, they basically say they've eradicated it. That's amazing. But we don't look at that here. We don't even consider that to be science. That's anecdotal. You can't call everything anecdotal when you have data to look at. But we've had data to look at from the beginning on a lot of things that they don't let us look at. So, like I said, when I look at the world we're living in today, I don't care about how anybody feels about administrations or anything. What I care about as a person who has a voice for 1,091 days in a row live here on YouTube is that everybody should be able to speak and everybody should be able to be heard. And you shouldn't throw a freaking blanket over people, in a let's call it a algorithmic term where they don't let that be seen, or I'm not sure how it's called, but in general, I just think that we should be scared if we're being filtered. Everything's being filtered. And yeah, I know it to be true. I mean, every commercial is a specific commercial, and it's all about division and hate. And all they do is promote the fact that you should hate each other and this person did something wrong against this person of a different color. And I'm like, oh, God almighty. What about that story about the young kid that went and held the door open for a really nice old lady? It doesn't matter, Mark. That's not hard hitting. We don't talk about the millions of positive things that happen on a daily basis. We talk about the crap, the crud of the world. Well, you'll find that anywhere. You'll find the crud of the world anywhere you go. You just sit there and shine a light on it all day, every day for 5 years. That's what we've been living with. This is why when we show up here, we try not to talk about what I'm talking about. But we're doing a year in review, or we have to discuss where we are this year. Where we've been this year is Truman Show / Twilight Zone. We're in one of the two. I'm thinking it's the Truman Show. But we're also in the Twilight Zone. So it's like, woohoo. I'm thinking about doing a Twilight Zone. Rod Sager style. I'm doing it. We're going to do it. I mean, what the frig not? I mean, we're sitting here in 2021 Twilight Zone situation. 2021, the Twilight Zone. I got to watch it once or twice. Mark Pires, live for 1,091 days in a row. He had some weird little whisper thing to him, if I recall. But that's more, we were doing Chris Hansen again the other day. I was like, did somebody have a problem with what I was saying? It's Chris Hansen. We're doing To Catch a Predator again. Excuse me, sir. Can I have a conversation with you? Chris Hansen. Modoc says it right. I hold no hostility towards any other human, any other place in the world. So freaking awesome, brother. You know what the crazy thing is? They're trying to condition the hatred into people. And I'm thinking to myself, how much better would it be if you conditioned positivity into people? Like, what? We'd be such an awesome world if we were just out there feeling some positivity from all aspects of the spectrum. Like, why are we not, why are we tuning into programs that make us feel like crap when we leave them? I don't get it. I want to watch this program that, I like to watch it. Why? Oh, I don't know. It's interesting. Oh, that's great. How do you feel when you get off the air with that program? Are you like, oh, I can't wait to go and get that? Maybe you are, but the negativity, man, I don't know. Sometimes I'm watching and I start to feel, I get this like, feeling, and I just want to get back to something that's in the moment. Just want to tune into somebody who's live and who's doing something live, Live is where it's at, man. I don't know. I just feel like, and not necessarily live with obviously with like a teleprompter. You see people doing that and it's a freaking nightmare. You see their eyes are training across the screen. I don't like to have a script, never have, never will. Look, not never have, never will in general. Here on the Renaissance Man show, I've never had a script and never will. When I was a kid, I acted in a bunch of plays and I loved a script. I loved getting on stage and taking a bunch of words and making them mine. That was so much fun. But there's nothing more thrilling than coming out here without a net for 1,091 days in a row, having no idea where we're going to go, but just having fun. And that's why we've created such crazy stuff. You talk about a superhero movie. We did a Three's Company remake and a Christmas movie. Now, every year we have a Christmas movie to stream. And next year we'll probably do another one. I just can't believe that. Never thought when I started 2021 that I'd do a feature film this year. And then I did 3, and we're about to do 4. We're going to complete the year in 6 days, 5 days, with BB Poo Poo, the crypto of 2022. And then we're doing Trump, the Trump show, first month of 2022. And that may be a 2-parter. What do you think, Porcelain? Should I do a 2-parter on that? I'm thinking that it needs to be 2-parter because I'm thinking somewhere around 3.5 hours currently with all of the content I made for that Trumper show. There's 35 episodes. And I may want to add some other stuff in there where he pops on, he calls himself Mega Trump. Are you kidding me, Mega Trump? I'm going to win big league. Yeah, with Melania. We're getting down. We're going to go to Sweden. Yeah, we're going to have a good time. Bringing Barrett. Yeah, winning big league. I'm going to go have a good time winning big league. When Trumper does that, Mega Trump style. Baron, look, Mega Trump. Yeah, no, I was Super Trump. And then they decided to get rid of Robert Downey Jr. Yeah, crap, right? They're like, hey, Trumper, want to take on the Mega Trump role? I'm like, I got it. I'm at it, we're winning big league. When you do a Trumper situation, but so this past year, which was 2020, and this is what we're going to do in 2022. And I should have released it as my first feature film, really, because we had it all done in 2020. That would have been the final tie-in if I did it. We stopped doing them right after the final episode where we found out we're like, woohoo, definitely not happening. Episode 35, that was where I ended it. And realistically, there's so much footage from that show where we did call-ins. He used to call me on a daily basis. So I think that It could be like a 3-part movie, 4-part movie. It's that freaking much content. I could just turn it into some ridiculous, like super 4-part series where it's like, 8 hours of Trumper content where he's just talking about what happened that day. Like it was a catalog of events. Every single day he'd call in and talk about what happened that day in the news on the show. Oh yeah, Mark, no, I'm here with a big league. Oh no, I'm just here. Did you hear this thing with Dr. Weasel Fouch? Yeah, no, he wants to shut down the country. Yeah, I know. Oh, goodness. But you never know. Mega Trumper would probably come out of the clouds and take out a building with that physique. Yeah. Just thinking possibly. Because I downloaded all these are the bits that are going on to the Trumper episode. When I do the movie, maybe I'll play you one real quick. These were very well received by the family members, not by anybody else, because they didn't really let anybody see them. Mostly because this is just some craziness. This was some craziness. And at the time they were suppressing anything that was this guy. They're like, oh, no, we don't want anybody to see anything this guy puts out there. Not me, the Trumper. They just didn't want any of his content out there. And when he was doing videos, it was just like, or people were doing content on him and supporting. It was just like not a good time for anybody. Let's see what this is. That's the one thing. Where did I put it? Oh, yeah, it's right. Okay, hold on. Here we go. I'm going to play you guys. I feel like I want to play you the one of the most ridiculous episodes, but it was supposed to be the last episode. And it really kind of shows you the hypocrisy of this world right now. I should probably play it. This is absolutely going to get me limited for the evening. You're going to limit the show? We could do the Dr. Evil situation. We could do Baseless Biden. Man, I had so much stuff here. Miguel Obama, that was a good one. President G-Hole, don't drink the poison. Oh, goodness. Facebook Zucks, that was a great episode as well. I'm tempted to play episode 25, guys. Episode 25 is gaslighting in American election. But I think that would get me in trouble. Instead, I'm going to play you one of the funniest episodes, I think, ever. Look. All right, I'm going to do something that shows a bunch of impressions because I can't play that one. This right here was episode 22, which is on day 600 of this show. Think about this, guys. This was almost 500 days ago. This is 591 days ago. 491 days ago. Yeah. All right, let's see it. I did this 491 days ago. I hope you enjoyed. It was a special day for me to get to 600 days in a row. We're almost at 1,100.
It's Hammerlin Jamison with episode 22 of the Donald Trump Show. Ladies and gentlemen, Donald J. Trump.
Thank you. Thank you very much for inviting me to speak at the 600th episode of the Mark Pires Real Talk Show. It's been quite a journey. I have to say, he's done a lot of face swaps. He's done a lot of different shows about the Trumper. But on top of that, he's got some episodes of the Trump Show that are pretty good. Making fun of poison. Sleeps over Joe. We're calling him Joey Futon now as well. He's a futon. You can get futons or sleepovers when you stop by Sleeps Over Joe's warehouse. Comes in 7 fabrics and sizes. The Senator, it's a lumpy mess. Just like the Sleeps Over, really. Look, I've got a few people that want to say happy 600th day to Mark, so Let's get into it and see who we got.
Number 2. It's been 600 days, and he's still alive.
No matter what we try, Dr. Evil, he keeps broadcasting.
But Dr. Evil, he did not follow our projections.
Silence. Enough of this insolence. Everybody gather around. Look, I've got a plan. If we can just... Wait, no, hold on. Where are you taking me? Wait, let me go back because I'm trying to share my plan with them. Okay, let's send in the murder hornets.
Are you kidding me? Dr. Evil called? Look, I'm kind of pissed at Dr. Evil right now. Pocket dialed me last time, and I think he's working with Facce and Bill Gates. That's right, Evil Gates. Anyway, that's another story. What else we got?
Yeah, I got one for you. It's Mark Pires' 600th day in a row. And I called Artie to see if he wants to say anything. Hey, Artie.
Yeah, I'll say hi. 600 days. That's freaking crazy. Congratulations.
You know, I don't know about you, but I miss that tag team duo. Seriously, Norm Macdonald and Artie Lang? That's a match made in heaven. I'm wondering if God had that plan. Look, if we put these two together, they're going to make magic happen. Anyway, what else we have?
Hi, Mark. It's Mark Zuckerberg. Look, congratulations on 600 shows, but I'm going to continue to block your show because I don't like your content. Maybe if you didn't talk about Donald Trump, I wouldn't suppress your program. But I zuck.
So wait, let me get this straight. So you censor the Real Talk program, and then you're going to call and say congratulations? Oh, congratulations, Mark, for broadcasting and me blocking you every single time. You're doing great at getting it nowhere. Anyway, what else we got?
My name is Chuck Schumer. I'm here to talk about Sleep Sofa Joe and Mark Pires, 600 days in a row. It's pretty impressive if it was not Mark Pires. If it was a Joe Biden or a Democrat, I would really think it's great.
I gotta tell you, I almost hate this guy as much as Peloisen. All right, who's next?
I just wanted to wish Mark Pires a happy 600 days. That's a lot of days in a row. And we've been working on the coronavirus vaccine for like 20 years now. So I know what he's going through. But it's quite an effort, and I'm hoping that he can get people to take our vaccine.
Look, we all know you're trying to vaccinate the world, Bill. And I just want to strap you down and give you the first dose.
Well, hi, Mark. It's Sleep Sofa Joe Biden. I know you've been calling me Joey Futon, but look, I plan on beating Donald Trump in November. The fact is, I got an earpiece in. They're telling me everything to say. And if I don't say it right, I got the teleprompter as a backup. My Aunt Judy told me I could be a heck of a president, Mark. So I'm counting on you for your vote. Gotta beat Donald Trump, and we need the Real Talk show.
Normally I'd be like, that's cool, but it sleeps over Joe, and I'm actually kind of surprised he didn't fall asleep, Mark, during his little speech there. But there's still time between now and November for Sleep Sofa Joe to fall asleep on his futon. That's right, Joey Futon. What do we got next?
Hey, Mark. It's Al Pacino. Just want to wish you happy 600.
Not many people cooler than Al Pacino. You know, I'd love to get a cappuccino with Al Pacino. Maybe a Dunkachino with Al Pacino. I don't know.
My name is Andrew Cuomo. I've been here doing this Real Talk program a few times now. It's 600 days. You know, I was on here last at 500 days. I said this guy's gonna go over. There's no way he's not doing under 1,000, okay? But look, COVID's serious. If you need some PPE, you can send them to New York, and I'll put them in the nursing homes. Look, I gotta go, but happy 600, Mark.
Freaking Cuomo, right? Unbelievable. How's your Cuomo doing? Andrew, I'm pretty sure Mark does not want to hear from Cuomo. But you have a really nice Cuomo, much better than mine.
Guys, what's up? Gary V. Look, 600 days in a row, Mark Pires, Real Talk. I can't believe it. This guy's on fire. He's going to go all the way to maybe 15,000 days. And look, I just got to tell you, nobody else has got that. Nobody else is doing it. So crushing it. 600 days, crushing it. I think this guy's going to go until the sun burns out. I mean, I've never seen anything like this. Those are some kind words for the Real Talk show from Gary V. Gary Vaynerchuk, I'm not sure. If you don't know Gary V, then you must not be on social media. He's a good guy. He's rising up. Anyway, 600 days in a row is a big deal, and Gary V believes it. What else we got? Anything else here?
Mark, I just heard the news. 600 days in a row. I can't believe it. Last time we talked, it was 500 days, and you just go. You like the Energizer Bunny. Oh, no. I did. I told you back then at 500, put your head down. Just go, man. No one can stop the bright light within. 600 is nothing. Look, Mark, go until the stars burn out.
We actually found somebody cooler than Al Pacino. Christopher Walken's the man. Do you ever see him in Dead Zone? It touches things, and he can see the future. I wish Trumper could do that for November. Find out who's going to win. Me or Sleep Sofa Joe. Look, remember, you can sleep on the sleep sofa all you want. You also may find some change in the cushions of the sleep sofa if you're looking around for some spare change. That's all Sleep Sofa Joe has is kind of like loose memories. And also, he takes naps on his Joey futon. That's right. I'll see you guys on the next Donald Trump show, but 600 days of Real Talk. Looking forward to hitting 700, 800, all the way to 1,000. And then we go and put our foot on the gas. That's right, people. We're just getting started. It's going to take time, people, but we're going to win big league. Have a good night.
It's
Ain't that accurate? It's gonna take time, people, but we're gonna win big league. Win the big league. Is it win the bigger league? Yeah, they're going to win the bigger league. League. When you got a winning big league situation and you're dealing with it, you go with it. You know, you're just happy to have something to go with. I may play you one more here because this was a very, very controversial moment when this happened. This is where it all went downhill for the Trumper. He had his chance, but he just couldn't perform. We're going into it today. These are some of the episodes from the upcoming movie of Donald J. Trump, the movie. Donald Trump trumped 2020, the election from hell by Manon. Working title.
It's Hammerlin Jamison live from the studio, but let's head to Donald Trump show for the first presidential debate. Ladies and gentlemen, Donald J. Trump.
Thank you for joining me on the 27th episode of the Donald Trump Show. That's right, it's the official Real Talk presidential debate between me and Sleep Sofa Joe Biden. Yeah, you guys are looking forward to it, I know. You can't wait to see the Trumper demolish him. I can't either, but you're going to be surprised. Yeah, all of you, you think it's going to be easy, right? It's not so easy. Watch, I'm going to show you especially, because I know you had his special goggles that he was wearing. But anyway, look, it's the first debate, and as always, not fair for the Trumper. But let's get into it. Here we go.
Good evening, and welcome to the 2020 presidential debates. I'm Chris Wallace, and I'm with Fox News. Tonight I'll be the moderator, and we will be asking President Donald J. Trump and Joe Biden, former vice president, a select set of questions, and you, the people, will get to make the judgment on who is equipped to be the president of the United States. Neither have gotten the questions, except for Joe Biden. There are no listening devices, and Joe Biden does not have a pair of contact lenses that are acting like teleprompters. Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, Donald J. Trump and Joe Biden.
How you doing, man? I'm well.
Mr. President, I want to start this off light. Why are you such a xenophobe and racist?
Always with the softballs, huh, Chris? Love it. Look, I've been here for 47 months, and I've never gotten a straight question from you, really. I mean, seriously, do you want to just, throw money at Biden now? Honestly, what I could tell you is this, Chris. I put a bounty out there, $1 million, which is kind of like nothing to me, to anybody who could prove that I'm a racist or xenophobe, because all I've ever done is care for all of the people on the planet. What's the sleep sofa's excuse with the crime bill, huh?
Well, we'll get to that, Mr. President, but my next question is for the Vice President. Mr. Vice President, what kind of car do you drive?
Well, I drive a Cobra, man. That's right, my Aunt Judy told me I should look, only cool guys named Joe drive Cobras. So look, I get the sunroof down, I put down the top, and I keep going. Sometimes Joe and I go for a long ride in the woods together. And look, my Aunt Judy said that it's all about the car you drive. What? Can you? I can't believe it. I'm trying to. I got 2 minutes, I thought. I'm not allowed to speak. Hey, why don't you shut up there, you clown? Unbelievable.
You're a clown.
Everything I'm trying to do, he's stepping all over it.
You gotta
Mr.
be
President,
freaking kidding me.
Mr. President, your team agreed to 2 uninterrupted minutes, and you can't seem to follow the rules. Mr. President, how did you bumble the coronavirus so royally?
You've got to be freaking kidding me. The questions I'm getting. You ask him what kind of car he's driving?
Yeah, my Aunt
I've
Judy
been trying
told me
to.
about that car. I've been driving it since
Are you
I was
kidding me?
17
This
years
guy's
old.
trying to make
Sitting on
noise
the
in my
side
ear
of the
now.
What? Huh, Timber?
No problems from my perspective.
You're like putting it up on the tee for him, and he's knocking it out of the park. And then you're asking me like, oh, could you tell us about Tenochtitlan? Look, I can't tell you about Tenochtitlan, okay? I probably could. I have total recall. Not like the Arnold Schwarzenegger movie, you know. I don't really like Arnold. He's not really much of a Terminator, really.
They say I have a problem with my mind. Look what he's
Are
talking
you
about
freaking?
now.
He's talking. I'll tell you what, Sleeps Over, Joe. Terminator was a great movie, but I'm going to terminate you. That's right. I'm going to take you down in the square. I'm going to invite President Xi-Hole to watch me dismember you, really. And look, when he goes back to Tiananmen Square to share the news with all of his people, they'll say Donald J. Trump is amazing. I mean, nobody's ever seen anything like this before. There's never been anybody like me, really.
Well, President Trump, just to follow up on that, why did you not denounce the white supremacists? And why are we continued to see racism in the streets?
See, this is the crap I'm talking about. They gang up on me. I mean, Chris Wallace is like working for the Biden campaign. Look, there's very few white supremacists out there, but like I said, stand down, people. At least stand by for a little while, because we need to stop the Antifa scum. But of course, look at the sleep sofa over there. He's trying to blame me for Antifa. Let's just be very clear. If these people were my people, the press never would have said that they were peaceful protests. They would have been like, oh, Trump bad. Look, rioting in the streets, they're killing and murdering and all kinds of bad things. But no, it was like, oh, look, they're making flower pots and look, they're kissing each other. And with coronavirus, too, no masks, no spread there. It was all Trump rallies, really, but not the spread from the rioting, from Joe Biden's campaign. And look, did you see gaslighting an American election? I mean, it's all right there, people.
So why don't you condemn the Antifa and the white
shut up,
supremacy
Joey
stuff?
Futon.
Mr. Vice President, you've been a successful senator for 47 years and a vice president for 8 years, and a great vice president at that. What would you do to continue that legacy as president?
Look, you got that one right. My Aunt Judy told me that we should try to put our heads down and do what Rap Rock did.
Did he just call Barack?
She said, look, if they don't vote for me, then they ain't black. So we're trying to get that out into the communities.
We'll gloss right over that one.
So no retort? No retort from you. He says, if you don't vote for me, you ain't black, and you're not even going to respond, Chris Wallace?
Well, I'm not really sure what the problem is with that statement, Mr. President.
Look, you guys could clearly see that they have it for Trump. And we didn't even get it to talk about all of the good things that we've done for the country. Because Chris Wallace decided to become Joe Biden's #1 fan, really. Anyway, I've got to go, but I'll see you on the next Donald Trump show. Have a good night.
Oh,
It's
what a
Hammerlin
goofy
Day.
show this was. It was such a goofy show to produce. I created so many face swaps for you guys that year. And it would have been funny if we had some, a nice amount of people to see it, because some of these things were pretty silly. Like, I think, obviously, Sid made mention of G-Hole, President G-Hole. If most people call him President G, it's not. That's his short name. Most people are just lazy in 2021. They don't want to say the full thing, but it's G-Hole. And, he's got a couple of G-Holes. He got one extra G-Hole than everybody else. It's a last name. But he's got another one on his mouth as well. So he's got a triple G-Hole situation. And we did it, but guys, the other one I was going to play you was this. And then I got, I decided to go with the other one. I don't think I played this one for you, did I? No, I didn't. This right here is some silliness. And I nailed this, by the way. This was July. I want to say the first week of July 7th or something like that, of 2020, that I nailed this. Let me see. I'm going to actually go back. I could tell you right now when I did this. This was episode 19, and it was produced on August 11th.
Here's what $5.
Wow, this one actually, in general, we don't get many people to see when we put something out. But this had 697 views, which is not terrible for what we typically get here. And there's a reason. I'm going to give you the link. This is called Bidon Behind Bars.
Hammerlin Jamison introducing the President of the United States for episode 19 of the Donald Trump Show.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you for joining me on episode 19 of the Donald Trump Show. Tonight, we talk about bumbling Biden again. Did you hear about it? In Ukraine, he's now being brought up on charges. About time. Let's take a closer look.
Democrat presidential candidate and former Vice President Joe Biden finds himself in more hot water this week.
You know, when Sleep Sofa Joe goes in the hot water, the kids like to run their hands up and down his legs and watch the white hairs rise up and down in the water. He loves it when the kids play on his lap. He loves kids on his lap.
Just confirmed, a Ukrainian court ordered Joe Biden to be formally listed in a criminal case.
Ooh, formally listed. What does that mean? Let's get to the bottom of it.
The crime? The alleged firing of Ukraine's former prosecutor general, Viktor Shokin,
Oh, the old quid pro quo routine.
in exchange for dropping an investigation into Joe Biden's son, Hunter Biden.
Is it me, or does Hunter Biden look just like Skeet Ulrich?
Biden and the company for which he was a board member, Burisma Oil. Shokin formally called for an investigation into his firing back in February of 2020.
Interesting timing. Right after the fake impeachment. Right when coronavirus made its way to our shores. Look, I'm not saying that the Ukraine is involved with coronavirus, but It just seems like they're trying to stonewall any investigation into Sleep Sofa Joe, but he's involved in something nefarious here with his son.
Claiming the Ukrainian government at the time relieved Shokin of his post in exchange for $1 billion in loan guarantees promised by Biden.
It's not looking good for the Sleep Sofa. I'm wondering if he could bumble his way out of this one.
A bribe Biden himself admitted to doing.
What? The Democratic candidate for President of the United States bribed somebody? I've got to see this one.
The prosecutor's not fired, you're not getting the money. Oh, son of a bitch. You got fired.
So let me get this straight, Sleep Sofa Joe. You and your son decided to hold the Ukrainian people hostage while you had them drop an inquiry into your son, Hunter Skeet Ulrich. I think he's Skeet Ulrich. I don't think it's really Hunter. I'm just saying.
But at the time Shokin called for this case back in February, the courts listed one of the defendants as an unnamed American.
That's actually interesting because Sleep Sofa Joe forgets his name all the time.
An individual widely understood to be Joe Biden, Obama's Ukraine point man.
Two things that surprised me. First of all, that Obama picked Biden as his VP, and that he'd have him be point man on anything. Besides feather count on the pillow he uses at the White House.
But Biden was never formally named.
This can't be good for Sleep Sofa Joe right before the Democratic convention. He's going to have a scandal.
Now, the courts have ruled it is improper to conceal Biden's name and that there is sufficient evidence to proceed with an investigation.
You know, I said a while back, why isn't anybody looking into Hunter? And everybody gave me a hard time. Look, nobody asks Joe Biden the tough questions because he doesn't remember the answers.
The ruling cannot be appealed.
Perhaps Sleep Sofa, if he took a nap, maybe he'd be able to retain more information.
Another key development in this story is the release of a series of telephone conversations that has garnered major questions.
Ooh, telephone calls. I wonder if it's like Jerky Boys. It's Saul Rosenberg.
Andrei Derkach, a member of parliament in Ukraine, in a press conference Tuesday released what he says appear to be voice recordings of then Secretary of State John Kerry, Vice President Joe Biden, and then President of Ukraine Poroshenko.
Well, unfortunately, we're not able to hear what Catherine Zeta-Jones has to say in the interview. And it looks like, she's interviewing the guy who bangs Stifler's mom. You know, from the American Pie movie.
Poroshenko, discussing the Burisma case and discussing the removal of Viktor Shokin.
Look, somebody's going to have to find that leaked audio for me. I can't wait to listen in. I love good content, especially when it's John Kerry and Joe Sleep Sofa bumbling Biden speaking with Poroshenko.
Neither Kerry, Biden, nor Poroshenko have affirmed the verity of these recordings.
Of course they don't. They've got doggy doo-doo on their loafers.
The recordings appear to have been leaked from government officials and whistleblowers, but are currently being verified.
Well, Sleep Sofa would like to verify that he doesn't have a poopadoop in his pants.
Ukrainian President Zelensky,
the owner of the largest car manufacturer company in the movie Tommy Boy.
and Zelensky stated he anticipates more developments over the course of the summer and says the case could qualify as high treason.
High treason? For the bumbler? Maybe that's why he's been pretending that he's going senile. He just makes things up because they're going to unmask him. Now they have, and he can say, look, I don't freaking remember. I don't remember my name, really.
Candidate Biden has yet to respond to this latest development.
Well, that's because Biden can't do anything but read off of a teleprompter. Look, I think that's probably enough for episode 19 of the Donald Trump Show. bumbling. So make sure you subscribe, ding that bell. I'll see you tomorrow, the next Donald Trump show. Have a good night. Sleepy poopies.
Look, my Aunt Judy told me he looks just like Skeet Ulrich.
When you got a Skeet Ulrich situation, you know, I made a Skeet Ulrich movie. We're doing best of 2021 right now. I mean, I could sit here and play Trumper stuff all day, but that's not 2021 stuff really. But that is going to be part of our movie that's coming out soon. We're doing a first movie of all the Trumper stuff. This was called, I guess I have to go on my channel to find this because there's going to be no way to find it just randomly. My stuff is impossible to find like that. Let's see, Skeet. Let's see what we have. Here we go. This was a pretty cool bit. It's a follow-up. I may put this in the movie. I actually think it has to go in the movie, but based on what we see right now, I'll tell you. Here we go. Here's the link. I'll give it to you guys. This right here is a follow-up bit. You know, we do a lot of callbacks here where one thing happens and then it winds up becoming
drinking
a movie
water before
or a
bed burns.
secondary follow-up bit. Here we go. Let's just use it as an example. You could have a son who gets in bed with Russia, gets in bed with China, a literal crackhead, found, you know, information, pictures, you know, literal, that's not like you're like, oh, well, this is formulated and fabricated and this is Russia. That's what they pitched. And guess what? These idiots, sheep in this country are like, yeah, no, it's Russia. Yeah, it's all Russia. Didn't you look at the pictures of Cracky? You didn't see Skeet Ulrich with the freaking crack pipe in his mouth? Laying in bed with the sachet over his shoulder with glasses? Freaking Skeet Ulrich. I swear he was in Scream. That's not Hunter B. That is Skeet Ulrich, and he is pretending to be the son of the poopy pants. I can't see it, though. I think it's really Skeet. I just want to go up to him one day and be like, oh, Skeet, can I have your autograph? Can I buy one of your paintings, Skeet? No, it's Hunter. No, it's not. No, it's not. Stop freaking lying. Everything with you guys. Everything with you guys is a lie, right? I mean, like, oh, yeah, no, my name is Hunter. Are you freaking kidding me? We all saw you in the movie with Nev Campbell. You were there, right? And then you did the thing. Billy Loomis. You were Billy Loomis. Look, I can't deal with a situation where Billy Loomis pretends to be Hunter. You can't walk around and pretend that you're the son of a guy who poops his pants in the triple diaper situation and you crack it out in hotel rooms. You know, that I can't. You know what I mean? I'm just saying no to it. Right. Okay. No, okay. Yeah, you're Hunter. Why did you even come up with that name? It's such a bad name. Skeet, so much better. You should have stuck with Skeet. You know, like when you're going down the street and someone's like, Skeet, Skeet, Skeet. So much better than, yo, what up, Hunter? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know why you got rid of Skeet. It was such a cool name. I'm just surprised at you sometimes, really. I'm like, I think about you like 3 hours a day. I mean, literally, I'm sitting there and I'm thinking like, man, why did Skeet get rid of his name and go with Hunter? It just makes no sense. You know what I mean? You were Billy Loomis. You're not going to take pride in that role and live in it, you know? You're like, nah, I'm going to go with Hunter and just get in bed with some Russians and some Shadish.
You go to Chata? Are you freaking kidding me? You go to Chata? Are you kidding me? But Melania, where's Barron? We're talking about Chata again. Chata.
Are you kidding me? You can't do that. Oh, man, Skeet. I just can't see it. I'm trying to look. You know, there's an old saying by Dr. Wayne Dyer. Change the way you look at things and the things you look at change. Well, guess what? I'm looking at it from all freaking angles and I just can't see why you would ever get rid of the name Skeet Ulrich to go with Hunter. You know what I mean? Hunter B. Like that, I don't, no. Especially being a crackhead, you know, Skeet Ulrich sounds so much better. Skeet the crackhead Ulrich, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I just feel like he didn't think that one through when he went legally and changed his name from Skeet Ulrich to Hunter Biden, you know?
If you're trying to lose
Let's see
belly
what this
fat,
is, guys. We're
stop
gonna move
doing
around, just
cardio.
grab some
This
stuff tonight.
sounds backwards,
This is
right?
just
Well,
dirt.
Louis Bird, and he said send over some Louis Bird type beat.
All right, Louis is a burger. I don't know the hell it is. Somebody who's doing it. Someone out there doing it. Just do it. Nike. People are like, oh, what's the best tagline ever in the history of time? Just freaking do it. Nike? No. Nike's just do it. The best tagline ever? Just freaking do it. You didn't know? The Renaissance Man Show? That's the motto underneath the motto? Just freaking do it. And the more you take the syllable away and go, dat, just freaking dat. When you do one of those, you know what I mean? It's hard to separate yourself sometimes. You know, to be that guy. Just freaking dat. You're not going to go out there and just freaking dat. You start getting, like, people asking questions. They're all asking questions. They're like, why doesn't he just freaking dat? I'm like, I don't know why he won't dat. He doesn't want to dat. You know, he's not into it. You can't force someone to det. You know what I mean? Like, you can try. Like, we're going to tell you to det. But, like, if you don't want to det, it's going to be a hard thing for you to prove in court, you know? Like, excuse me, sir, tell us, what exactly went down? Well, we asked him to det, and he didn't want to det. And we were like, you should det, because everyone's done it. Don't you want to do what everyone else has done? And the guy was like, not really. I don't really want to det at all, especially when everyone else has done it. You know, like, why would I det when everybody else has done it? Like, that's the time you don't want to det, you know? No, I'm not done it. You know? Like, what are we talking about here? I got a guy over there done it, and then he's got a problem when I want to det, you know? What's your issue with me? The way I say "damn it"? Like, what are we talking about? That's the way it's said. You could det how you want to det. All right, I'm gonna det the way I det. Oh. Ace Ventura, excuse me, your balls are showing. Yeah, I can do that guy too. Bumblebee tuna. Excuse me, do you have any bumblebee tuna? I'm trying to remember lines from that movie now. I haven't seen it in years. That's a good movie. Those Ace Ventura movies are awesome. Oh my goodness. Rainy Day, Wild Stallions. I like this one. You guys know why? This is a Mark Stradamus moment right here. If you guys are new to the show or you haven't seen Back to the Future, Mark, you're friggin' missing out. I have been every single person in history. And you're like, when you go back through time and you start looking at the friggin' real history, it gets weird. You know, like really weird. You know, the time I painted the fresco, you know, you don't want to get involved and start looking back and really digging in to see who really painted the Sistine Chapel. Mark Stradamus will tell you. It was a little guy named Michelangelo. You didn't know who Michelangelo was? You've been Mark Delled into believing that it was Michelangelo.
Also, of course, I went back and I was Leonardo da Vinci. When you're a Leonardo da Vinci situation, that is something that you need to respect. And, we just a couple more we're going to, run through quickly, okay? I circumnavigated the friggin' globe. First one. Yep, Ferdinand Magellan. I was out there. I'm doing it, LL Cool J style. World tour with the mic in my hand. I got to go with the world with the Magellan situation. They stole that from me too. Gave it to Magellan, freaking hack. And then we move forward a bit. I'm there just penning out the greatest symphonies in history, And they're like, you know what? We got an idea. We should take that. Let's just scribble off his name. We're gonna scribble off his freaking name, And I couldn't believe it because I had just finished the fifth. You know what I mean? Like, I'm doing it. Right? And I did it. And it's like, yeah, Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart did my thing. Mozart does it. They freaking Markdelled you. You think it's Mozart. They white-outed the situation. You go check out the original tablature. Go check it out. Scrape off that friggin' milky substance that they called whiteout. That's where the idea of it came from. You want to know where the name whiteout came from? All the way when they stole the Mozart files. When the Mozart files were stolen and turned into Mozart tablature. The Mozart's family stole all the royalties from the Mozart family. I feel bad because even though I passed on as Back to the Future Mark, I went Back to the Future, come back to somebody else. The family that I was there for and with, they didn't benefit from all the hard work I put in as Mozart. That was a big deal. It was almost as big a deal when I was just across the way a little bit, just like back then you had to take like by land or by sea, you know what I mean? There were no flights, and it was almost as big a deal when they took all my work as Mark Toven. I'm there, I'm doing my Mark Toven situation for release, I did a Mark Toven. And then they were like, oh, we're going to steal it from Mark Toven, give it to Beethoven. Excuse me. We steal Mark Toven's work and give it to Beethoven? That freaking hack? God almighty. Stole it all. Poor Mark Toven family again. They had it pretty bad that winter. Don't forget about the time. I'm there. It was the winter of 1863. I'm penning it, right? I'm penning it. The Emancipation Proclamation situation. And I'm doing it as Abraham Mark Lincoln. And I got the hat on. I was 7 feet tall. Abraham Mark. And when I'm doing it, I did the 4 score situation, right? I'm like 4 score, and they were all like eating it up, And I said, look, this is a speech that they'll talk about in a couple hundred years. Back to the Future, Mark. Back to the Future, Abraham Mark. For your ears only. And so we did the speech. Abraham Mark. You were Mark Dellad, of course, right? What's Mark Dellad? Mandela. Yeah, that's right. I forgot. It used to be Mark Dellad, and then now you think it's Mandela. But you used to remember it as Mark Dellad. You forgot. So bottom line is this, and I'm not done. Okay. Like we seriously were just breaking through, So you got the Abraham Mark situation, Emancipation Proclamation. Emancipation Proclamation. It was the Emancipation Proclamation of 1863 with Abraham Mark Lincoln. And I did it. I did the work. I brought together everybody. Slavery, no more. Abraham Mark. Abraham Mark. Emancipation Proclamation. When you're doing an Emancipation Proclamation situation, and people are gathering around, and they're partying together again. They're becoming the American spirit was there. I didn't know if you realized it, but it was American. It's an American, like. I feel bad when I did the Amarco Vespucci. That one was bad because I stole America is Amarca. I came through as Amarca. They're like, Amarca, go and travel across the water and fall off the shelf on the other end. If there's any land there, report back to us. Amarco, I'm on my freaking way. Right? I did my Amarco situation. Crossed the ocean. It's 4 score. Oh, sorry, that was Abram Mark. But I did it. And then they stole it. They gave you the Mark-Della situation. Sorry, Mandela. But you guys don't realize that I was also Nelson Mark-Della. And when you are Mark Della and you give the speech of all speeches after 20 years in friggin' jail, and you tell them you can't do this anymore, no more apartheid, we gotta stop it with the hate, bringing together the people, Mark Della. That one, we lost people. Brian Stavely, he's calling it Mandela still. I told him, but dude, it's Mark Della. You would get more cred, street cred, if you went with the original Gaelic definition, and I guess you would say tied to human existence. Mark Della. You got to stick with what works, though. I mean, whatever. You want to go out there and push a Mandela situation and get people to say, oh, wait a second, I'm confused now because I remember a Mark Della guy. I don't know, Brian, what are we doing? And then you're going to confuse people. I'm just saying, you're going to confuse people when you're going and you're talking about Mandela when it was Mark Della. I was me. I was there I did it. I got my residge somewhere around here. I got my residge. I got a residge of the Mark Della situation. Where did I put that residge? I always think about it while we're in the middle of the show, and then as soon as the show's over, I'm yelling at Joanne because she's freaking been wheezing the whole show, filing. That I have a problem with. I have a real problem with Joanne when she does that to us. Fam, friends, we've done it again. Day 1014 in a row of nonsense. I'm going to jump in here. I think we got that one out there. This is the literal show. So that was a bit that was called Just Dead. And when you're just doing it, things like that happen. I'm going to get at least one song in here for you guys because it is getting late and we all have work and many are starting to sign off. So what I'm going to do is play one song for you, okay? And what I want to think is I'm going to play a special song here. Hold on. Just have to look and find it. I got to go into the 327 songs in the playlist. And I'll share it with you guys as well, so you can listen to this one when you're out and you're needing to lift me up. This one here, if I could find it, I can't even think of the name right now. The problem is when you think of it, sometimes you think of it, and other times you can't think of it. But this one, let's see. Hopefully, I was able to catch my brother still here because he says he had to go. But this is for Sid.
This right here is called
I look.
All of My Love. All right, let's try this. Let's try it up on, I think, All My Love. It sounds like almost like, is that All of My Love? We're going to do our own version of All My Love, though. I'll try the 3rd fret. Capo on the 3rd. Wake up with the sun beating down. Can't wait to go out and get some of this day. I'm gonna go outside and make the most of this ride. Even if I see you across the field, I wanna get next to you, give you all my love, you all of my love, 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 all of my love, all of my love, 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 love. Walking down the street any day. I don't care if it's a rain pouring, if it's a sleeting, if it's a snowing outside. I gotta smile ear to ear, 'cause I got no fear. I'm gonna make a moment mine. Give you all of my love, all of my love, love, love. I give you all of my love, all of my love, 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 all of my love. Give you all of my love, 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 all of my love. Give you all my love.
my love, my love. Sometimes it takes a long time to find where you want to be, but you must drive towards the finish line. No pit stops, no, just keep on going. No matter what. Cause they will try to stop you from your dreams. Yeah, they're really good at that. And they will try to break your will to live. They're even better at that than the first. Don't give in. Don't give up. Don't give up. When you find that thing, it gives you purpose and makes you sing. Well, you must take it, you must go with it, you must find love. You must not listen to all the voices around you, 'cause they don't know what's right for you. No, they know what they know, but you need to give all your love. Whoa, whoa, to more than one thing. Give me all my love. Give me all my love. Give me all my love. Give me all my love, love, love.
Let's play another. Jam a little beat seat behind it. At least one more, because we are still in December. This is a song I wrote last December. Let's listen to it now. I'm going to give the link to you so you guys can share it, like it, comment, and give some love for a track that's on the first album of 2021. As we continue this week our review of 2021, and we get ready for 2022, and we get ready for our final film of the year, which is going to be premiering on New Year's Eve.
I took a long walk just the other day, all alone because it's cold outside. I wonder where the sun is gone. chirping out my window. The spring can't come quick enough, 'cause I can't stand the snow. This long December's got my number. He's got my number. December got my head. That's all in the song. Yeah.
Guys, that is a great song from the first album of the year. Woo-wee. I gotta play you one more because we're in the midst of playing some of the goodies. Ooh, this is one that happened. Someone asked me to play a song called Painted Black. I guess this is by the Rolling Stones. I've since heard it and I'm like, da 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 da. I would do a great version of that because it was asked of me and I didn't know the song at the time. So instead I wrote my own version. And this is what I came up with. It's on the first album of the year. All you have to do is type in Mark Pires and you will see 156 songs. This is on Improvisations. Mark Pires Improvisations. How are you? Painted Black. I don't know what that is, but I'm going to write a song called Painted Black. Let's do it, buddy, because that's what we do here on the show. If I don't know the name of the song you ask me to play, I have to write a song by that title, Painted Black. Wait, what happened to me?
Go out late at night, looking for the moon to rise. And I'm ready to attack, and my clothes all painted black, and I can't wait to take them down. Painted black. All their fears are taking over. No looking back. Everything is painted black. No, I can't see any light. Hold my hand as I held myself up. I can't stand alone. As I look back, all I see is your painted black. The shades on me, I can't see no. It's so painted black. Whoa, whoa, and painted black. Painted black while I'm doors out, holding back. I'm not ready to attack, and I don't see things I wear. Glasses, gold and black. I can get through it, painted black. What an attack? Nobody's getting back to this. Painted black.
Somebody was calling me at the end of that song. That was funny. Somebody called me at the end. That's on the album. It should have been Zabrosk. Zabrosk, is that you? Oh, goodness. We're going to play one more and then we'll call it a night. We have to because it's the friggin' review of the year situation. Let's see. I'm going to pull one out here that you're going to be like, what the freak? This is a song? Like, how about this one? This is one called Symphonic Truth. And if you could believe it, this song right here has 106 views on the planet. And after you see that, and after you see it, you'll be like, are you freaking kidding me? 106 views for that, and it was released roughly a year ago. Check this out.
wake up and smell the sea coming through the window, and I see birds fly by. I can dream of summer days when nothing's going to stop the imagination of the young world. We're so poisoned, my friends, poisoned by the lies that they spoon feed us every day, and some choose to eat it and ask for more. But if you're like me, you see, what's truly right for me. And I know it can't be you and what you stand for, 'cause it's against the light. And I just can't stand it now. I see the world falling down. Yes, it's resounding hatred. It's just bubbling over through the days and into the nights. So we join here and we pray in our own way, and we laugh and we sing and we cry. If necessary, just let it out. 'Cause that's what it has to be. Just remember that the answers are not inside the book. They're in your moments. And if you dig within, you find yourself in there, and don't listen to the naysayers, no. 'Cause they don't know, no, they don't know. They don't know what you're made of, and so don't you. Are you ready to dig in and show them? 'Cause I'm over people saying they think I can do. I'm gonna show. I'm gonna show. Show them. 'Cause only you can stop you. That's right, and only
It's a good one right there, guys. That is a good one on one of the albums as well. We are going to play one final song, although it is very, very late. But this comes after a high request here in the chat. I'm talking about like super high requests. Like people are like, it would be the coolest thing in the world if you played. Well, we'll see. We'll see if we can find it, because sometimes you just can't find it. You know, and you're like, where did that song go that you wrote? Who the freak knows, dude? Good luck finding. Yeah, you write a lot of songs. Yeah, we released a freaking crap load of them this year, didn't we? I'm gonna find it, though. I just have to look through and be like, bang, biggity, boo. Pretty sure it is right here. Yeah, sometimes you get lucky and you see a track that, you know, we're talking about like international. When you're going international on it and you're doing it and you share the link and the fam goes and likes it, shares it, gives it a like, a comment, and tells everybody that there's a song called Danger in Peru, you do it.
Let's go help people customize and save with Liberty Mutual. Okay, who sat at my desk?
I did.
Hi.
You give me a double decker?
Ooh,
they're double deckering me.
I know this is hard to hear, but it's.
Seconds. Meet me where the sun sets. Oh. Just same thing when I start new clips. Sunset. And put the fire out with your eyes. Oh, yes, to you is the sunset. Saturday Night Live. We're gonna feel alright. We're gonna get down and we're gonna like we do every night. Say, meet me down in Peru. We're gonna go up to a Machu Picchu. Gonna climb up to the top of pyramids and looking out over the land. Sunset. Now I see he's coming over. Don't know what to do. I'm gonna run as
fast as you could do it, going up and going through the night. Wanna find my way, wanna be alright, bring you to the top of the sunset. I met you as the sunset. I see you when the sun sets, baby. See you when the sun sets. Yeah, I see you when the sun sets. Safe at the top, I'm looking down. I see this clown, he's still coming after me. I don't know what to do, so I grab a stick from the tree. I'm gonna hold it out and say, don't come near me. He don't seem to care, either he don't understand the words coming out of my mouth, or he just don't want to see a thing but me on the ground. So I start backing up, stepping back, falling down, till I make it to the sunset. Oh, make it to the sunset. Creeping back, I push away, trying to get away. My hand grab onto the boulder and I swing it his way. I see it making impact, you falling, you crack your chin, you can't get up again. I said run away down the hill, sliding down the bottom. I don't care as long as I get away. I just want to see the sunset. It's coming in the sunset. In the sunset. Just me and you down in Peru, Machu Picchu, standing up over the clouds, looking over the sunset. Wanna see the moon, come with me to see the sunset. Hey, see the sunset. See the sunset. See you in 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 the sunset. Woo-wee! I'll tell you what, that song right there is on
he's
fire right there, dude. Are you kidding me? You're doing it. When you're doing it, you got a little something, something going, and we start getting into the tunes from this year. Yeah, it happens very quickly. You're like, how do we do that? We did it. We freaking did it. Guys, tomorrow we're doing more, so make sure you're here. Make sure you spread the word. We are doing a review of the year over the next 5 days, and then we are releasing BB Poo Poo or Donald J. Trump Show movie. I'm not sure which one yet. I've got both of them in the works. I think it's BB Poo Poo. We're pretty close. I just have to do an intro scene. And all I really need for the Trumper is an intro scene. I've got it in my mind, an intro and outro scene, and it's done. I can drop that one tomorrow. In fact, I can download the rest of them. I just need a program on my computer, or I have to upload them to my phone so I can do it, which I think I may do that. Anyway, listen, you guys are awesome. Remember, tomorrow we'll be back here for day 1092 in a row, guys. We are just 3 days away from my New Year's Eve episode here for my show, which is, I thought day 1095 is the beginning or the end of this year and the beginning of 4th year of the show, but we'll see. We're getting close.
Regardless, we're 3 or 4 days away. So, until tomorrow, fam and friends, when we do it all over again, we may have a sighting from a certain gentleman. Hammer Jam on the Wham Bam Thank You Man. You can get a Wham Bam Thank You Man from Hammer Jam? Ooh. If you didn't know about the Wham Bam Thank You Man from Hammer Jam when he's doing a ripping the lid off the fake news, coming up tomorrow. So make sure you're here. Tell the world that we're here every freaking day for the last 3 years. We're able to say that because we literally have been here every day for the last 3 years. We're just 3 days short. But I'll be here until the end. So fam and friends, I will say Chris Donaldson, Sydney, Renee Woods, S. Coop, and Trish Killian, and anybody else who may be here lurking, I appreciate you. I love you. If you are here and you want to say goodnight now, or forever hold your peace. I will say goodnight to randoms that I think may be out there. Like all of you, I love you. And all of you in the Truman Show that are watching right now, I love you. I think you know that already, and that's why you watch every day from Truman Show situation. But I'm giving it to you again. I love you, Truman Show people. Twilight Zone people, I love you too, just so you know. Anyway, fam and friends, tomorrow we do it all over again. Oops. Until then, it's Mark Pires. And it's Renaissance Man. I love you guys. I'll see you tomorrow. Boom. That's right, doing again. One day into the other. Have a great night, fam and friends. I will see you tomorrow.